All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Fights through, and now a crease. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd? They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Darnold on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Finding room inside the 40. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, Taylor. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. This is Ingram on first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
On second down, Ingram. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw is Taylor. To throw on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So out come the Falcons now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So in Saints territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
No. Check. Patriot!
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard! Leopard! Right there. There you go. Back. Watch him now, Barney! 53 flight! Check, 53 flight!
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! I got you. He's coming. We got double up. Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Leopard! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90!
On first down, Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Got three down. Back 99 Philly, here we go! Check three. Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing again is Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they try the right side here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Gone!
Darnold from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Ingram. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He finds Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On second down, Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete here on third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. Fourth down, here's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
A first down throw, Darnold. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They get it to him running left, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. A little juke. We have hit halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Leopard.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 5.
No. Check. Patriot. Hot. No. Check. Patriot. Switch.
Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's get it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reese. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Slow.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Taylor from his end zone on third and long. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Darnold. Room to run past midfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Got some room at the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, don't just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Officially
no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Slow.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Tight end right. Tight end right. Z. Slow.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gun.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Taylor. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Darnold on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Darnold. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard. Sponge.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Leopard.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Detroit.
Bottom line, they
Detroit.
want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Yeah, that's what I do. Showing it.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Myers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
4 down. Ready. 319.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Taylor now from the gun, he'll throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielding just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Ingram again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. I know there may be temptation to go for it here